Let me set that banner. What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of PC Open Field. Shout out to the guys, Riddell, Grant, Early Purdy in the building. Cobra, Son of Raditz, Comatose in the Clutch, and Avion Plumber. We appreciate y'all as our GOAT members here at Players Choice. If you want to be a part of Players Choice community, I'll tell y'all every single time the link to be a part of the community below. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers who won in their very first World Series in franchise history. It's always nice to see a franchise get their first one. Definitely get yourself out of that category. I'm all decked out in my Yankees gear because at the end of the day, that's where my loyalty lies in this baseball world. But congratulations to the Rangers. Definitely deserve it. Plus 5, I think there were 5,500 odds, plus 5,500 to even make it to the World Series. 22-1 odds favorite. So they weren't even selected to win. So congratulations. So if you're a Texas Rangers fan, you're from that area, be safe partying these next few days for sure. If you're a fan, be safe partying. But 100% congratulations to my Texas folks. That's a major win for the state. Congratulations to you guys. All right. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to start. Obviously, y'all see that headline. We're going to get into a lot of conversation. But there is something on my mind that has to get off my chest. And you know, J-Rob really needs to start. I need somebody in here who really rocks with me to take all my clips of things that just continue to age great over time. Because I think there's not a player or a person on Player's Choice who takes age as well as mine do. I call them early. They say I'm crazy. They come to fruition later, and everybody mums the word. The college football rankings came out recently, and Ohio State was selected as the number 1 team in the nation currently. Now, on Trent's show, by any means, I think I had Oklahoma at the top, or I had Michigan at the top. It was between Oklahoma, Michigan, and Ohio State, but this was like weeks ago. So it was like 2-3 weeks ago. But I did say on Trent's show, and I think I said up here a few times that I thought Ohio State should be the number 1 team in the country. I think I also mentioned on Gridiron, due to the fact that of all the top teams in the nation, it's not that they didn't deserve to be in the top 4 or anything like that. I just think of the top teams, Ohio State has played not only the best competition, but has the best wins of all the top tier teams. They are officially the number 1 ranked team in the country. I think it is more than deserved. I think still with Georgia should still be in the mix. Everybody who should be in the top 4, I think, is about right. But Ohio State being number 1 this year, I think it was meant to be that way. And also, too, you know, ironically enough, over the last few years, Ohio State, and I know a lot of the question marks have been about Kyle McCord, but the thing about this Ohio State team that is different, they've been trying to wait. They've been ready to burn him at the state. They've been trying to line up.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing Ohio State 1. I'm still seeing Georgia 1.
No, recent rankings, bro. Ohio State is number 1. The college football CPF,
I think
playoff rankings.
Yeah, it's Ohio. So the top 4 right now is Ohio State's 1, Georgia's 2nd, then you got Michigan at 3rd, Florida State 4.
Good looks. Good looks, man, for a reminder.
And man, y'all know better than me. Hey.
Well, anyway, to my last part is this Ohio State team. I know they want to burn Kyle McCord at the stake. I was a little skeptical of him, but he's played well when we need him to play well. He's made big throws in big moments. I mean, every game don't look pretty, but he's getting the job done. And the thing that's about this Ohio State team that I love more than the last ones, Grant, I think over the last, really since we won the Natty with Zeke and them, we actually play elite defense. Mm-hmm. We can score with everybody. I think that was been our thing. We can score with you. I don't know if we can get a stop. And this Ohio State team has the defense to go out there.
This defense been legit shit.
Legitimate defense. Honestly, debatably one of the best defenses in the entire country. I mean, I know most people may say that belongs to Georgia and Alabama, but I probably beg to differ because I look at the competition that Georgia's played this year. I don't think they've seen a defense to quite like the level, or have had to deal with an offense quite like the level that Ohio State has at their disposal. So congratulations to the Buckeyes. Let's not let this get to our heads. We still got to get to Michigan at the end and beat them. We still got to beat Penn State. There are still teams that need to be dealt with on the way, but I think the committee got it right. I think Ohio State is the best team in the country right now. Thoughts?
I completely agree. I think right now Ohio State is playing at the level that we should normally expect of the Buckeyes. Looking at where they played, they beat Penn State. That was just in a very solid game. Really didn't think Drew Aller and Penn State were going to do much, but I think Ohio State's defense really shut him down and made him unable to stay in the pocket and to make the plays that he needs. And looking at Ohio State right now, again, you got Michigan coming up. That's the big one. That game's going to determine a lot. But you have to look at the other teams that are also in the top 4. Georgia, they've been struggling. They've got Missouri this weekend, which is Missouri right now 7-1. Mm-hmm. And it's all their offense is 50-50 with the loss of Brock Bowers. I think the win against Florida last week really bounced the trust that the Bulldogs offense was able to play without Brock. Now I feel like you're going into a Missouri game where this is a win-win game because then you've got Missouri, Ole Miss, two great offenses.
For those who want to see the college football playoff rankings and the AP 25, there you go. That's why Georgia's won. They're one in the AP, but the CF college football rankings right now go into Ohio State.
Yeah, so right now I agree with the rankings mostly because I think all of them really make sense. But I'm just saying I called this too. Go look it up on Open Field. I told y'all boys, Florida State gonna make it in this playoff and. They've been playing super well. They can win out. They're going to win out. They're going to win the ACC, and they're in that playoff hunt. And y'all going to put some respect on Jordan Travis's name because he's having a Heisman contender, a Heisman level season right now. The way he's been playing on that FSU offense with him and Keon Coleman.
Hey, look, I know I don't watch college, bro. Mm-hmm. LSU, boy, you know what it is, boy. LSU,
hey, big game this weekend, Mookie. LSU, Alabama. What are your thoughts on that game? What are you thinking, bro?
I think LSU got one of the best offense in the country.
I agree with that.
Not only that, the receivers that they have is really good.
I know you like the quarterback. I know you like the quarterback.
James. Oh yeah, the quarterback. Yeah, he all right. He all right. He all right.
He ain't no Herbert.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be.
College is comparable, and college is comparable.
Hey, J-Rob, you think that's gonna be a high scoring game? Because LSU defense.
I mean, see, the thing is, so this is my thing. I actually think this is gonna be a high scoring game because I don't think LSU's defense is all of that. But I will say this: I don't think that Alabama can get into a shootout with LSU.
Yeah, me neither.
If LSU gets to a situation where Neighbors and Daniels and company they go out and give you 35 points, I don't know if that Alabama offense can match that type of scoring output. I truly don't. I think Alabama is easily of any team in the country. They're on the highest upset watch right now. And I also don't really know. Like I gave their defense the nod earlier when we talked about them, but bro, Mookie, I'll talk about their defense really with a grain of salt because I don't think they've even played anybody to challenge the defense. Like when they played Tennessee, Joe Milton gave them the best first half he could, but he's been subpar up to this point. I mean, the only real offense they played against was Texas, and then obviously everybody saw what happened in the Texas game to Alabama. So I'll be honest, I'm giving you Tigers. I'm picking them to win the game. I'm giving them all. I am picking them.
Heard that, Bama. Hey, bro, stop playing with LA. Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
I'm taking
if Penix wins it all, do we think he's consensus number 2 pick?
See, the problem with Penix is his injury history. So he tore his ACL twice when he was at the University of Indiana. Once, I think, his freshman year, and then again his I want to say again his red shirt. I want to say sophomore year, right in 2020. So he's injury. Well, I don't want to call him injury prone because he hasn't been hurt since then. But because you have 2 ACLs, they're going to dock you for injury history. However, I will say this: if his physicals at draft day go over well, I think he'll end up finishing higher in that first round than people will think, depending on how everything goes. They'll test that knee out, see what his strength is and all of that. They'll do all the testing.
I believe if Penix doesn't have an injury history, he's top 5 on everybody's board.
Easily. He'll probably go before May. He probably go before May without.
Where my nigga Shador at, man?
Shador gonna stay in a year. He gonna stay in a year. If he came out though this year, he'd probably be first round though. I'm telling you right now. I think there's no way he doesn't go first round.
He'll be a New York Giant next year.
So he want to be number 1 quarterback pick.
I wouldn't be mad with him and Dable together. Him and Dable actually would make magic.
Bro, he'd be in New York. man.
So
He not-
Shador not gonna come out to 2025, but I think Shador might end up going to like a Denver or an Atlanta. I gotta see who's gonna be bad in 2020. That was that 2025, that draft year.
If it's
Yeah.
up to Deion to pick, Deion might make some calls and get him to Atlanta. They don't get a quarterback.
That could happen too. That's
But
his city. I promise.
But
we'll see how this weekend goes.
What about your Panthers? Ed?
I mean,
they're not gonna have the chance. They're not gonna be able to do that.
No,
Yeah, Bryce Young's gonna
next
win
year.
games next year early. He's gonna win
Fun fact, real
5,
quick.
6 games next year. Come on now.
Do you guys know
Maybe
when was the
if,
last time Nick Saban lost back-to-back
We're going to give Bryce Young 2 years, period. And hopefully he sucks 2 years in a row.
He's not gonna suck 2 years in a row, bro. He has. Go ahead,
Fun
Grant,
fact.
before we move
When was
on.
do y'all know when was the last time Nick Saban lost back-to-back to a top 25 opponent? 1997,
I would say
1998 when he was
I
at
was about to
Michigan
ask.
State.
I was just about to say that when he was still in the Big Ten.
I got LSU winning this game because I think if Jaden Daniels can get the deep ball throwing and he can get it into Malik Neighbors' hands, I think they can put up. I think Malik can have a 100+ yard game.
Malik looking like my next receiver with the Jets next year.
I think this is going to be a close game, but I got LSU winning it. I don't think Bama's going to be able to do it. I just am so iffy about Bama.
Be careful though. Bama is a great second half team, dog.
Exactly.
That's true.
And come back.
That's true.
And win by 10.
Yeah, but this not Tennessee though. You ain't going to get the same stagnant offense you got from Tennessee in that second half.
Right. If you get
Daniels is him.
Shootout, their quarterback play is terrible.
Yeah, I agree. So let's move on to the NFL. College football is going to be sweet to see this weekend. I'm excited, but let's get into the NFL. I just wanted to make sure we talked about the quick college football rankings, but college football gets to the nitty gritty back end of the year.
NFL,
now,
bread and butter, man.
Yeah, NFL is right. That's the bread and butter right now. So, as the title states, I do want to hear that tonight, Thursday night football game features the Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, we saw Will Levis's debut. What a debut it was. Hopefully he can capitalize on that tonight. But my question to you, because we got this game also features the Steelers, is Mike Tomlin, is it time to actually consider putting him on a hot seat? Because they've put out a lot of average years. And if they say this year they don't go to the playoffs to have a losing year, are we going to have to start having these? And I hate having this conversation because I love Mike Tomlin. Come on. Y'all know what it is.
We all love Mike.
But y'all got to know this is also a results-based business. Y'all know how this goes. You got to win. You gotta do more than just be a figurehead and just be over 500. So my question to y'all is Mike Tomlin on the hot seat this year? And do games like this where you're going against a rookie quarterback, do you have to really win these games because they may have implications later on when it's time to evaluate whether you'll be the head coach of the organization?
Absolutely, J-Rob. First of all, I want to talk about the Steelers, right?
Go ahead.
I don't think Mike Tomlin should be on the hot seat. What he's done for this organization, right? Being one of the few coaches to have a win record every year they coach.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Not only that, the defense is still produced. I believe the defense is I think a top 10 defense.
Yeah, still top defense. Still top defense.
Yeah. Still top team defense. The question is, what about the offensive coordinator?
Canada.
That's the thing about Canada.
Let's have this conversation.
We got to have these conversations about him. They got to get rid of him, bro. Like the offense ain't really be producing, bro. And that's the thing, right? Especially when you look at they got weapons. Deontay Johnson, Pickett, Najee Harris.
You like Pickett?
Yeah, I like Pickett. I think
that's kind of a dog. Not gonna lie, bro.
No, I'm talking about Pickett. I'm talking about Pickett. I'm talking about. Oh, you said
Pickett.
Pickens. You said Pickens.
Oh,
you said Pickens.
Oh, you talking about Kenny Pickett or Kenny?
Oh, you said Pickens. Oh, you said Pickens. Okay, you said Pickens. Finish your take. My bad. I thought you said Pickett. Pickens.
Yeah,
keep going. My bad.
Yeah. So when I look at the Steelers, the main issue, and this is this issue that they have all season, the offense just struggles, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They go in these drops where they can't convert on third downs. Not only that, bro, the offense is very rare producing points on board. It's like the same situation what my New Orleans Saints was doing, bro. The offense just stagnant and not being as efficient, especially with the playmakers and the stuff that they have on that offense.
Right.
Is a question that needs to be had. Now, I do think that the Steelers will win tonight, but this team could be better than what they were if they had a better offensive coordinator, bro. And we cannot sit there and just get rid of good coaches and just exclude how bad the offensive coordinator is. If Mike Tomlin deserved to get fired, or he deserved to get off the Pittsburgh Steelers, nigga, and Brandon Staley still coaching? Come on, bro. That is crazy.
Nah, I
bro.
know, I understand.
They did say-
But hold on, but Mookie, let me ask you this question though. Let me push back onto what you said, because I like what you said. I don't disagree with nothing you said. But and it's also a question to the whole panel. Mookie, how long has their offense not been good though? There's been a
How long
few
Matt
years
Canada
now.
been there?
There's been a few years now where this defense been stagnant, and it's like, yo, I think everybody agrees that they're gonna always play great defense, always gonna be one of the better defensive teams in the league. But shit, everybody knows, excuse my language, everybody knows as much as anybody, as good as the defense is, if they offense can't get nothing going, then 3 and outs add up. You get tired, you start to bend because you're getting short fields, and you're not really getting a break because your offense can't produce a first down. So you're quick 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That offense has not shown any progress. So it's like, and I know, and this is why I said this is a hard conversation for me to have, because Mike Tomlin ain't been a loser. You know, I don't even want to call him a loser. It's just like, can we keep seeing the same product before we have to start asking, like, what's going on from the head man?
I do want to say this regarding Matt Canada, though. So
Matt Canada is whack.
He is whack.
He's
So
not even a
it seems like
Canadian.
they're trying something with Matt Canada because he's no longer calling calls in the stands. He'll be right out that sideline, right next to the head coach, and where the players can see him. So there's obviously a reason why they're doing this change, and maybe that, you know, looking these players in the eyes when you call some of this BS is gonna change a few things potentially, and maybe Mike Tomlin's like, "No, that play's stupid. Call a different play." So we could definitely see maybe, you know, Matt Canada gets his stuff together. I don't think he will. I think he will get fired, but I do think there's something to be said. I'm coming under this new mindset.
Okay.
People don't want to stay mid. So it's
Facts.
either, hey man, we've been great, we've been good enough, but it's not like that. And maybe some owners, it's possible, everybody wants to win, but maybe some of them think, now we want to lose. Let's get rid of Mike Tomlin, put someone else in here, lose a little bit, and then we can start fresh. Because staying mid, you ain't going nowhere staying mid. So
that's be my thing. How long can you stay average? How long can you stay average?
Well,
it ain't going nowhere. It's boring. Nobody wants to see that.
For me,
I mean, well,
go
ahead.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, the last time he was, I mean, he's only been average for the last 2 years. Back in 2020, they went like 12-4, right? And yet, to your question of why their offense has been bad.
But hold on. They started
well,
the year 11-0, and everybody knew it was fraudulent.
Yeah, well, they were dragging that corpse of Big Ben through that season. Big Ben
dragged him through the season.
Dragged him, right?
Those are the Browns, by the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, but this is more of an issue with actual ownership, because if you remember, Art Rooney, the owner of the Steelers, he made Matt Canada the quarterback coach without Tomlin's approval, and he elevated him to OC without Tomlin's approval. So he's in that position because of Rooney. On top of that, he's not going to get fired. I mean, the Steeler way is he's going to let him play out his contract. He's going to stay there. To the point of, oh, well, they're mid, and he's going to get fired because they're mid. Their defense has been good enough that they're an elite level defense, or maybe great level defense. So maybe you don't fire Tomlin. You just say, hey, maybe we just need to change the scene in offense. Because besides quarterback, their offense is good. They have Najee Harris. They have some good pieces, and this is an outsider looking in. So I think if they do change, maybe get a better quarterback, get a better offensive coordinator, they could go right back to the top.
Right.
I mean, I don't think.
Go ahead.
I don't think that. He got at least another 2 to 3 years, mostly because the defense is always solid, and I think Kenny Pickett is his. You know, I think that's his bailout to say that I don't have a legit quarterback to really get the offense going. And here's the thing: I think the Rooneys love him so much that they won't fire Mike Tomlin. They'll just, you know, I think they'll bring him to the front office. I think honestly, he's one of them guys, you know, where he's so entrenched into the DNA of the Steelers the last couple of years, you know, like longest tenure down there of the Bill Belichick, that I think that they won't fire him. They'll get somebody to replace him, or let him find somebody to replace himself and move him up to the front office. So I don't think he has to really worry like that. I think he's done so much that he'll probably be a Steelers for life, honestly, like one of those type of guys. Like, Well, not for life, but just for a very long time. Again, I think they compete every year. The last couple years, like I said, the quarterback play has been bad. Now, the only thing he might get in trouble for is that they didn't prepare for Ben's demise, and you saw it coming like 3-4 years ago. So I do believe that might be a problem. But again, I just feel like he's a guy that they can put him in the front office and get him replaced down, and have a coach that he basically understudies. That's his understudy.
Well, I think just one other thing is the fact that even if we do have these conversations of firing him, and even if the Steelers do fire him, who are you going to replace him with, right? I mean, it's easy to say, "Oh, let's fire this guy," but then replacing him—that's really hard.
Hey,
if
man,
the guy turns out,
head coach.
Nah, I don't really want to hear that, KSB.
No.
I don't want to hear that, KSB, only because there's so many, like, I'm not going to front. There's a lot of real, like, burgers that are getting these jobs in the NFL. I'm going to give you a slew of names. You tell me which one of these guys is showing you any substance to think that they should be coaching the National Football League. Josh McDaniels, getting jobs. Matt Canada, Pete Carmichael, Brandon Staley. I mean, these are people who are wasting people's time. Joe Judge, Joe Judges of the world. Arthur Smith is the head coach of the Falcons. Don't even know how to utilize having these extreme elite level weapons on his team.
I want to give some grace to Arthur Smith.
No, I'm not giving grace. I'm not giving grace.
Bill O'Brien.
No, I'm not giving grace because when you're out here calling double passes and then you're throwing double passes with the second string tight end to the third string tight end, and you have Kyle Pitts out there. I'm not giving you grace for that because that's conscious decision.
I agree.
He gets too cute is common, and I get it. Desmond Ridder has not shown all the signs. I think Taylor Heineke is definitely going to get them guys going. But at the same time, there's so much incompetence we see out there that it's like you don't always got to elevate every guy that's within your system or every single guy that's come out of some great head coach's coaching tree. Just because you played under Bill Belichick doesn't mean you should be a head coach. Just because you played under Mike Tomlin doesn't mean you need to be a head coach. Everybody should not get that luxury. And so because of that, you see all these coaches in the college football level who have all this success, put up massive numbers in college, but because they don't work for maybe an Alabama or a Georgia or Ohio State where they get the best recruits compared to the rest of the nation, you don't get to see them putting some of these high-power offenses or great defenses to use in the league. And some of these coaches have all the potential and all the talent that they need to get the most out of their schemes are already in the NFL at their disposal. So I understand it's not easy to just find somebody to come in and replace you, to replace and do these jobs, but there is a lot of fish in the sea you can go interview. You got to stop already deciding who you want before you even get there. That'd be half the problem too. You pick who you want before actually interviewing people. It's like what they did with Brian Flores. It's like what they did with Eric Bieniemy. Stop over there deciding who you want based on what umbrella they come from. Start actually seeing if these guys could do it because Josh McDaniels is trash. I'm glad he's gone. I think Antonio Pierce is going to reignite the fuel with the Raiders.
I've been loving Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce is out there really going to be able to speak to his players because he's a player's coach. They can feel him. He can manage people. So I think it'll matter.
All right. Go
ahead, Random.
So are we talking about firing Mike Tomlin?
Yes.
Is that what y'all talking about right now?
Well, we said it's in a conversation.
I would say absolutely, but when your offensive coordinator is getting fired, Matt Canada a chance across different sports in Pennsylvania, when they're saying fire Matt Canada at Philadelphia Phillies games and in the MLB playoffs, you have a serious problem. And I know KSB touched on a little bit. The Steelers have only had 3 head coaches in their entire history. 3 head coaches in the entire history: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. They've only had those 3. They don't fire coaches. They conveniently let their contracts run out. So that's probably what's going to happen with Matt Canada. Mind you, the craziest part is the defense is always there. It's just that you need some new blood to come in on the offensive side of the ball. And you've seen that there are some explosive weapons. KSB touched on. There's really good weapons there. I feel like Kenny Pickett, for whatever you think of him, Matt Canada is holding him back. I mean, he's just, when you've seen this guy do it repeatedly, how long has Matt Canada been there? Since the end of Big Ben? That's how long he's been there? And you haven't seen any market. any marketing improvement in that Steelers offense to the point, like I said, you can and Steelers fans expect, they expect a level of greatness there, and they have been getting that for a long time from the offensive side of the ball. And obviously, there's also been bad luck. Obviously, Ryan Shazier, his spinal injury came at a bad time. They were never able to beat the Patriots in the playoffs because they were still able to go deep in the playoffs, but they were never able to beat the Patriots. They've also had like unacceptable playoff losses, and no way on this green earth should Blake Bortles lead his Jaguar squad and beat you. Blake Bortles should not lead his Jaguar squad into
Jacksonville,
Pittsburgh.
Bro.
Why you act like Blake Bortles was like
that was an anomaly.
Nah, he was whack, bro. He was whack.
He was whack.
Yeah.
I mean, that defense.
What made Blake Bortles whack?
I don't know what you're talking
He
about.
couldn't. The fact
His
that
quarterback
he had a subpar completion percentage. Like what?
Also, you look at stats to see like who's whack.
Bro, you watched him play, Mookie.
Bro,
Nah, Mookie, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that good.
Mookie, 2016, hold on, 20. What was the year they went to that? 2016, 2017. Blake Bortles, or was it? I think it was 2017, 2018. Blake Bortles was not.
That was the anomaly.
That
was not who he was.
He was mid. He was mid.
He was mid.
He was not mid. Come on.
He rode a very.
The
good
defense was like that, bro. But Blake Bortles was making some plays.
Yeah.
Hold on. How we? Hold on, bro.
Right now.
Are we really doing?
Oh my God.
Time out, Mookie. Are we really doing this right now, gang?
I want to know where he had Blake Bortles ranked. I want to know where he had Blake Bortles.
Because before we really start going back and forth, this is what we doing. This is what we doing, gang. We doing Blake Bortles today. Blake Bortles.
How they praise Brock Purdy and not praise Blake Bortles?
Facts, though. I can give you that.
Come on, bro.
You want to know why? You want to know why we praise Brock Purdy?
God.
Because we didn't watch Blake Bortles.
Y'all praise Brock Purdy.
Years.
Y'all praise Purdy.
No. Here, you want to know why? Because we haven't seen Brock Purdy be mid for
Luke,
years.
I ain't never seen somebody get 215 yards and 2 TDs and get so much love.
Mind you, J-Rob, this is a simple answer.
14 pass attempts on the game.
No. J-Rob.
I do realize that if he sucks 2 years from now, we're not going to root for him, right?
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
You're talking about guys who played 3-4 years.
Bro, you called him Brady. You called him Brady.
You say he elite
early. You know this was your fault early. You made me turn into this the moment you came up here doing what you did. This is your fault. So now I act like this down for you.
I thought Purdy had something special, man. I don't know. He's still
listen. Blake Bortles.
Mookie, where did you have?
Hold on.
Mookie, where did you have Blake Bortles ranked?
No. Hold on, Lonnie. Let me say this real quick before you go. Blake
Bortles
played 6 years.
He was borderline.
Played
that year he was borderline
top
top 10. That year he was. That year
borderline top.
Borderline top 10.
Yes.
The year they went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his stats right now. Hold on. I'm looking at his stats right now.
That Jags year, he was alright for real.
You're telling me. So they went 10-6. He threw for 3,687 yards, 21 touchdowns, 13 picks, and that's a top 10 quarterback. That's a top.
Are we talking about Blake Bortles?
We're talking about Blake Bortles.
The year the Jags were good. The year the Jags were good.
Hold on. What about hold on?
He was like 10 to 15.
Yeah,
I could have the argument, but we can have the conversation about borderline top 10. But I think he's 10 to like lowest I'll put him is
top 10. All right, my bad. He was more 8 to. He's more than 10 to 15. My bad, y'all.
Hey, hold on. 2015. Hold on.
Blake Bortles the top 10. Did not belong in the same set.
I can name some names. We can
really. Hey, hold on. 2015. Hold on. 2015. Blake Bortles threw for 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns.
We're talking about 2017.
18 interceptions. No. Somebody sat there and said that was like the outlier anomaly. Like
it is the anomaly. He was
he threw like 8.
No, but he had. Hold on. So you saying 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 18 interceptions is
18 almost threw 20 picks. He almost threw 20 picks, Mookie.
Yeah, no. I understand it's a high turnover, but to sit there and say that production is mid is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. That 2015 year, 4,400, 35 TDs. I understand.
18.
Oh, and hold up.
And this only his second. Hold on, but don't do that. It's only his second year.
That was his second year in the league.
What did that lead to? What was the team's record?
So now you all about wins.
No. What was the team's record?
This how you.
What was the team's record?
Like wins don't matter.
Okay. So if you all about winning,
nothing.
Why?
No. He do all that when I guess if we can go back.
Random. Since you all about wins, why you not call him a top 10 quarterback the year that he led his team to the AFC Championship game?
Because he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. You watched
didn't lead in
him.
that
You can
defense.
name 10 quarterbacks.
Oh my gosh! But you all about winning though. You all about winning.
Hold on.
So every
Let me name
quarterback
some
that
names.
goes to
Let
the
me name
NFC
some names,
Championship is a top 10.
Let me name some names.
Is that
Let
what
me
you're
know
saying?
if you think Blake Bortles is better than that quarterback. All right, first one, Tom Brady.
No.
Phillip Rivers.
No.
Matthew
Well,
Stafford.
what year Phillip Rivers?
2017 on the Chargers.
What are you talking about? You know what year?
Doesn't matter what year
Hold
Phillip Rivers. Doesn't matter
Hold on,
what
hold on,
year
hold on.
Phillip Rivers.
Hold on.
What year?
Hold on. I don't know about that, bro.
That's how good that team was.
If you
Hold
want
on,
to know,
let me
his,
see.
if you want to know his stats,
He wasn't better. All right.
4,500 yards that season and 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Let me do a random thing. What was their record? What did they lead to? What was their record?
The
What was
Chargers,
he-
they were 9-7.
Was he better than?
They missed the playoffs, right? Or they made the playoffs.
God,
They made
you
it.
just
He
know
wasn't
Mookie.
okay. He wasn't better.
Mookie, you watched him play, Mookie.
All right,
No. I give you
He wasn't better.
He wasn't elite
Oh,
or
clearly
not.
he didn't.
All right,
He
He
wasn't
could
better.
have been 10 to 15
That's
at
a
one
lie.
point.
Yeah,
Clearly
If
did
I'm
not
going
watch
through the
Phillip
list in
Rivers
my
play.
head, he
let
wasn't
me
better
name
than
some more.
Matthew Stafford.
Let me name some more. Drew Brees.
Hell no.
No.
I know you
Big
was
Ben.
that one.
Big
But
Ben.
bro, can we go to 10 to 15,
Hell.
guys? Let's go to 10 to 15, though. That's
Yeah,
what
10
I'm
to
saying. Like
15.
that's
We
where
already
his
know that,
range, bro. Yeah, we like,
Okay,
come on, bro.
10 to
Okay,
15.
Like when he
Keep
said
going.
top 10, I don't think when me said top 10, we was thinking he'd be like a 7, 8. He'd probably be at the bottom of the list. Like, damn.
All right.
Come on,
Okay,
bro.
let's say Jared Goff.
Yes,
Yes,
hell
he was
no.
better than Jared Goff.
Yes, he was better.
Hell no. In 2015?
In 2017.
2017?
I think 2017 Jared Goff was better than Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That was a really
Nah,
good team.
Jared
for
Goff
Rams.
in
That's right,
2017.
that's
I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Hey,
Jared
look, I ain't
Edge
gonna lie.
was
When I watched Blake Bortles
2017
in
Jared Goff
person,
looking nice. I'm
Yeah,
not
nah,
gonna lie.
2017 Jared Edge was too nice.
He was nice. 28
He threw for-
touchdowns, 7 picks.
Yeah, 3,800 yards.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. What was Blake Bortles' weapons? I forgot, bro. It was what 2017, 28. What they had? I think they had
Leonard Fournette. They had Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, they had Fournette.
Okay.
And who was their receivers again?
I can't remember.
Damn, I can't. Oh, this
Was
is
that
DJ
Allen Rob-
Charkingham. This is like DJ Charkingham.
No, I'm looking right now. I'm looking.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all niggas can't remember the weapons that they.
No. They had Marquise
I
Because I
no
wasn't
idea.
paying
Hold
attention
up,
to the
hold up,
Jaguars
hold
in
up.
2017.
They had Marquise Lee. They had Allen
Robinson.
and they had,
Allen Robinson.
Oh, that was Allen. That was
Oh,
a good.
and that
year.
was
Hearns.
Allen
Oh,
Robinson.
yeah, Allen
He
Robinson.
weapons. He actually had weapons that year.
Mercedes
Allen
Lewis was
Robinson.
there.
Because
Mercedes Lewis was
Hearns
there.
and Allen Robinson, I think they were Pro Bowlers that year. Hearns was good that year. Rob was good that year.
Blake
They had
Bortles
Justin
was
Marquise Lee
Blackman,
was
but Justin
nice.
Blackman couldn't stay out of trouble.
Oh yeah, I remember Allen Robinson. Yeah.
Justin
Mercedes Lewis. Yeah, they had some guys. They had some guys. They
That
had
was
some
Allen
guys.
Robinson. We thought he was top 10.
Hey, but
Yeah,
we're not
this
gonna
was-
get too.
this was
We
Andy.
ain't about to get too caught up talking about no Blake
Yeah,
Bortles
Blake
though.
Bortles.
Y'all.
It's
Come
Blake
on, y'all.
Mookie. He's
Come
the
on,
one
Such a
who's
big
gonna
decision.
finish.
y'all.
Oh yeah, I don't know
What
why.
I walk in? What did I walk into?
Come on, y'all. Come
Oh,
on.
oh,
None
oh,
of that.
hey,
man.
start naming
My
them
whole-
defensive players. Start
No.
naming them defensive
No.
players.
I mean, no, we understand. Jacksonville was nice.
Oh yeah,
but
Jacksonville.
basically, the whole
And
point I'm saying is that
they robbed Jacksonville out that AFC Championship game against the Patriots, man.
they had
Cheated
chances.
that.
Letting Brady convert a
Tom
third and
Brady.
18 is crazy. That's all
Cheating
I'm
for
saying.
Tom Brady, crazy.
They blew him out.
So let me ask y'all a question. So the Cardinals, I want y'all to be GMs in front office. So y'all got to think GM front office people right now. You take the Cardinals situation. You kind of fringe between the first and second pick in the draft, but you have your Kyler Murray situation, and you plan. Some people say he might play this weekend, the next weekend. What do you do in that situation? Are you playing for Marvin Harrison, or are you playing for Caleb Williams if you're the Cardinals? Go ahead, Riddell.
Marvin
Yeah, I want to
Harrison.
grab this first because a couple weeks ago I said that Kyler Murray might play, and I said that if I'm the Cardinals, I would let him play. I would like to see what the Cardinals are with Kyler Murray,
Right.
and this team playing as competitive as they've been playing. They can reshore up some places and be a very competitive team, especially with an elite, or not elite, but a really good quarterback in Kyler Murray.
Right.
Yes, it would be great to have Caleb. Unless it's Caleb, I don't think they should draft a quarterback. I'm gonna be honest. If it's
I
not
agree.
Caleb, it don't really matter.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
a number one generational type receiver next to Kyler Murray. What
Right.
are you talking about?
No, I agree. Marvin Harrison is that guy. What do y'all
Yeah,
think?
I ain't too high on Caleb Williams like y'all are too.
That boy got
Bro,
DeAndre Hopkins in his prime.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Go watch that. Don't go watch last year's. Watch his freshman and last year, Mook. I'm telling you this shit. I ain't seen nothing like it, bro.
Hey, against elite level defense, man. Not that Pac-12
But bro, his
defense,
team
man.
is whack. I know. You want to see him against.
Oh no. He hasn't. No. Hold up.
He's been consistent on that, though. No, I will say that in his defense, Mookie has been consistent on that for as long as he's been coming up here. He don't really go too crazy on college quarterbacks because he want to see him against NFL defenses.
Yeah, I don't care about.
I'm gonna give him that nod. He said that multiple times.
They don't translate in NFL, so like I'm not too high, bro. You know, these college
quarterbacks don't translate in NFL.
No, I'm just saying it's not guaranteed that they're going to translate in the NFL, bro.
He's saying that his point was always that he liked to see it. His point has always been he'd rather just see it in front of a NFL defense.
You know, he only watched Saints games and Chargers games anyway.
No, I watch everything.
And LSU, and if LSU,
you watch 49ers game, bro. That's all you watch.
And let's not forget that the Cardinals with DeAndre Hopkins were still good. Like it's not like they were bad. And a lot of people complained the reason why they complained that Cliff Kingsbury was the reason why they weren't as good as they should have been. And Jonathan Gannon got these guys motivated, bro.
Yeah.
So the coaching there, Kyler Murray's a good quarterback. It looks like the defense is like, hey man, we here for real.
Yeah, the defense is better than I thought, bro. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. I mean, what's your thoughts, Random? What should they do? Mind
you, I'm always like, you have a chance to get arguably the next one, no matter if you like. Caleb Williams is just like, he comes around once in a generation. And you already did it once with Josh Rosen. And you said, hey, Josh, it's been cool, but
Mookie, I can't really disagree with that either, though.
It's the next one, man.
Can't disagree with that either, bro.
Mook, the craziest part is Mookie's not watching this year, but the Pac-12 has been the best conference in college football.
Mookie, the best conference in college football.
The best conference in college football. Sure. You have not. That's what you get for not watching. You
haven't been watching. And what's the defense? What's the defense?
No, the defense.
The USC defense is ass. I can't.
USC has bad defense.
USC has bad.
Nah, this year.
But you haven't. Oregon.
Deal,
oh, is it Washington's top? Washington is top 5. Oregon's top 10. They have what? 7 ranked teams.
Oregon be cleaning niggas up.
Yeah.
Right now it's teams. They got 7. So I'm just saying you have a chance to get the next one. 7. And also they're 1-7. J-Rob. Looking at the rest of their schedule, even with Kyler, even with Kyler, I'm like, okay, you win. Even if you're trying to get Marvin Harrison, you're not trying to win too much, so you lose even getting Marvin Harrison. So I'm just like, look, man, you have a chance to get the next one. You're going to get a haul for Kyler because somebody's going to overpay.
I mean, they got a few games they could win. I mean, they go Falcon. They're going to lose to the Browns. They go Falcons, Texans, Rams, Steelers, 49ers, Bears, Eagles, Seahawks. So Kyler Murray at quarterback, you might be able to steal
Rob,
you wouldn't have those games.
AJ Rob, I was hoping my Saints be bad this year, so we could be top 10.
No.
Because look, bro.
Just lied again.
Hold on, J Rob. Listen, hear what I'm saying. When we lost to the Texans, bro. I mean, we lost to the Jaguars. We lost to the Jaguars, and I think. Yeah, we lost to Jaguars.
You called Derek Carr a top 10 quarterback.
No.
The Saints were winning the NFC.
Hear what I'm saying, bro. Hold on. What I'm saying is
remember that happening.
We lost to the Jaguars, right? And I thought the season was over. I think we was right at 10. The season was over. But when I saw what we did against the Colts, I was like, okay, in the second division as well.
You're re-inspired.
I said, okay, we can still win games. But I'm telling you, if the Saints were to lose to the Colts and they were gonna lose it another game, bro, I think we'd moved up in that draft. And I think we had a top 5, top 6 draft pick, bro.
But Mookie, y'all might be. Mookie, I ain't gonna lie though, y'all might be screwed though, gang, because
you have the same record as the Falcons right now.
I'm looking at y'all games the rest of the way, Mookie. Y'all might win the rest of y'all games, bro. Y'all got Bears,
Mookie, you really
Vikings, Falcons, Lions, Panthers, Giants. Mookie, listen to the next few games. Your next games are Bears. It's Bears,
all that
Vikings,
lose to the first round is crazy.
Y'all probably lose to the Lions. But then y'all got Panthers, Giants, Rams, Buccaneers, and Falcons. Y'all got a bunch of cool games.
Yeah, you can win 4.
And also our offense get better too as well. So
I think Mookie, I don't think y'all should want to trade up. I think y'all stay where y'all at. If y'all trade up in the draft, it should be for an offensive lineman.
Yeah, what do you think?
For sure.
I'm not gonna let that slide.
That Trevor, bro, that Trevor Penny, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, y'all need O-lineman. Y'all need O-lineman. But Mookie, you really is funny as hell though, because bro, you understand when the move was made for Derek Carr, bro. Your confidence.
I know I said 13 wins. That's a
13 wins, bro.
You called
hold
on, J-Rob.
But y'all only have 4 losses. Y'all still
it can still be 13 wins.
Yeah, y'all still can get the 13
We win 9 straight.
Y'all could go on a run, bro. If you look at your schedule, bro, it is very plausible. Like it's not out of the table.
Solo Wayne, I agree with you. This is immaculate.
Y'all might lose one. Y'all might lose one game. So I'll give y'all might be able to get to 12-11, but 12-11
lose to the Lions, right? You got to lose to the Lions.
I think the Lions game is the one where I'm like, I can't see y'all winning that one. But Bears,
I think we're gonna lose one against the Falcons.
Is the game at Ford Field?
It's at Falcons, but come on, Derek Carr better than Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, but the defense.
Y'all defense is straight, bro. Y'all defense is straight.
Y'all gonna beat them.
Y'all are talking about
as long as y'all stop the run.
Alvin Kamara has been balling since he came back.
Hey, the Saints is because I think the Saints is tied with the Falcons number 1 in the division, right?
It's a 3-way.
So if the Saints get the number 1 division, do you know who the Saints get to see in the playoffs?
Who?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Hold on. I don't know.
J-Rod, you trust Dak?
You stop Dak. We got something going.
I trust him over Derek Carr. Derek Carr literally never won a playoff game. What are we talking about?
Don't do this to me, Mookie. Don't do this to me. I got to pick between Carr and.
But J-Rob, you know what?
Hey, look,
that's Saints defense, top 5, top 10. So I'm just saying, you never know.
At least
Dak could beat the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Dak retired Brady in his last game.
Ready to look like he saw a ghost.
What?
Dak
Listen, trust me, you got Derek Carr. Derek Carr's only been to playoff once or twice. And won no playoff game.
Once.
And you're not him over Dak.
But Mookie, I don't even think it's about the quarterbacks. I think the problem with this situation, Mookie, is y'all don't have the old line to deal with the Cowboys in the first round. Like, that's what I don't want to deal with.
And if we get that if we get in the draft, we get a solid offensive lineman.
Micah Lawrence.
We can start building.
J-Rob, they're going to make that game the Nickelodeon game of the week. You just go watch Derek Carr get slimed on the whole day.
You just don't see Patrick roasting Derek Carr.
Derek Carr got everybody game, but my problem.
Bro, did y'all see Derek Carr last week, bro? That man is a
Did y'all see him a week before that? No. Did y'all see Derek Carr the week before against the Jags, bro?
Footwork.
Oh, he was good in the Jags.
My only question is y'all also got to get on the same page.
No, he was not. He was on Thursday Night Football. He was not good. Just because he's
you always wear that body. Always talking about he wasn't good. J-Rob, he was good in the second half.
He was not good against the Jags.
What game?
Against the Jags, he was not good.
The Jags in the second half.
Second half,
he was a lot better.
But see, this is my thing, though, Mookie. This is why I gotta ask. But let me ask the Saints fans. This is why I gotta ask the Saints fans because y'all look like 2 different teams in that game. But bro, do y'all players know the plays?
1 second.
Like, do Chris Olave know the plays?
Chris Olave don't know the plays.
Y'all know the plays? Like, that's what I was starting to think. I don't know if your players know the plays, bro. That's what it started to look like.
Chris Olave don't know the plays.
No, it's more Chris Olave. Not gonna lie, Chris Olave and Derek Carr are not on the same page.
They don't like each other, bro. They don't like each other.
Nah. Chris Olave just don't want to be there no more.
He don't want to be. That's what I think. I think he don't want to be there no more.
He probably don't. But like I said, I need a refund. See, I had a couple of refunds for my take. I need that refund on my take of him saying he's on the same level as Garrett Wilson. Total refund on that, bro. I take that shit back.
Thank you, Mookie.
I take that shit back, bro. He ain't nowhere near his route running ability, bro. This nigga running the wrong route. He giving up on plays and shit. And then
ask the question again, because
that's why I said Drake London's better than Chris Olave. I'm just saying, bro.
I'm waiting for
He's not better than Chris Olave as of this season.
Listen, at the end of the day, I can understand situations, but production still matter. He do not have Chris Olave.
No, ever since they've been passing it to Drake London, he's producing.
But Chris Olave showed you since he stepped out the gate, he's one of them ones. So
I'm waiting for a lot of refunds on Mookie's takes. Where's 6,000 yards by Justin Herbert?
Yeah, Mookie, the 6,000 is quiet too. You need a refund.
6,000 yards.
Nobody's going for 500. 6,000 is crazy.
Hey,
Please don't say if Mike
Williams.
Williams didn't get hurt. Please don't do that.
Week 9. We got like 9 more.
To even
One
get
at a
close
time,
now.
one at a time. One at a time.
What's your? Are you taking the refund back? Are you taking it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
probably
you
do
definitely need a
refund
refund on that.
I got a
Okay,
refund on
okay.
that.
Yeah, 6,000. You might need
400
a
yards a
refund
game
too.
now to reach
He
6,000.
might hit that. He gonna hit that 4K though. He'll hit that 4K though.
For sure.
He had two.
He
He
might
almost had about
hit
6,000.
That's
I cannot, bro. I cannot wait to that Chargers and Jets game, bro.
Bro, you're gonna be so. Bro,
I just have a good feeling Justin Herbert gonna play well in that game.
He's not.
He's gonna lose. No, he's not.
Because bro,
I'll
be honest. I did not have a good feeling that he was gonna play well against the Cowboys for some reason, bro. I just didn't have a good feeling. But against the Jets, bro.
If Zach
Wait,
Wilson,
Mookie, can I say something to you real
Wilson
quick?
outplays Justin Herbert, bro.
I know Mookie. I know you're one of those guys who like a good comeback. You know who's leading the NFL in comebacks right now at the quarterback position?
Oh my God.
Zach Wilson, baby. Zach Wilson, baby. He's leading the league in comebacks right now. So I want you to know.
That's because they're always losing. That's why.
Hey, y'all should keep Zach Wilson, man.
Nah, chill. Mookie, this is a trap game for your Chargers, though. This is a trap game for your Chargers, though. That defense,
yeah, it's gonna be a tough game.
No, it's a tough game.
No, the
They
Jets
play-
have a better record, so it's really like the Jets.
Nah. This is a trap game for the Chargers.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The Chargers gonna miss the playoffs. And the reason why they're gonna miss the
And
playoffs
it's in New York, and they gotta come to New York. Oh man,
because if you look at the AFC South, bro, like I think everybody in the AFC South got winning records, right? No, not AFC South, but the AFC North.
AFC
West. Jesus Christ.
No, he's talking about the AFC.
No, he's talking
about the North.
Okay,
Okay.
You're talking about the North. He's right. You're right. No, you're right.
North.
You're right. The whole division got everybody. The second place is really a 4-way tie between Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, all at 4-3. Baltimore's at the Baltimore.
Like it's J-Rock, it's a possibility that the Bengals and the way that Joe Burrow has been playing, they missed the playoffs, bro.
No, they're not missing the playoffs.
They're not missing the playoffs. They ain't gonna miss the playoffs.
They're coming back.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. If the Steelers win games and the Ravens keep on winning games and going on the run that they're going on as well, it's a possibility that the Bengals might miss the playoffs. If the
Bengals are on a 3-game win streak.
Well,
they have not lost since 1-4.
Can I say something? Well, let me say this though. They've beat the
Seahawks
NFC.
and the Niners.
They beat the NFC West, who is 49ers is fraudulent.
And the Seahawks.
I love them. Seahawks is. I like the Seahawks. I ain't gonna disrespect them.
Yeah.
Cardinals is the Cardinals.
Right now,
But I will say this.
Ravens
I will
in the
say this
NFC
though.
Championship.
The Bengals do got quite a gauntlet to finish out the year. It ain't easy.
Oh, I agree.
They gotta go. They gotta go at Bills, at Houston Texans. Regardless of what you want to say, the Texans gonna give you their best shot every night. It should be a win, but it's all you gotta go.
The Ravens. Hold on, J-Rock. The
Baltimore.
Bills, the Texans, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Jaguars.
Jags.
Wins, bro.
What do you mean? These are not all easy wins.
I
The
know.
Bills game is not an easy win. The Steelers game, the Ravens at Ravens not an easy win. You know, you understand that Lamar's only lost to Joe Burrow once in his career, right?
He's gonna lose again.
You don't know that, bro. And the Ravens have a better team.
I
than
don't, but I'm betting.
the Steelers. You're betting on your. You're betting on your.
And the Ravens got- I
only
think that
beat
number
black
one
quarterbacks that got
They
a little
got it.
white in them. Sound like to me.
I like Joe Burrow though. That's my guy. I've been defending Joe Burrow. The Steelers, they gotta go Steelers. They gotta go at Jags versus the Colts, and then they last 3 games of the year though. And this is where I'm like, yo, the Bengals gotta really put it together because
Chiefs.
the last 3 is Steelers, Chiefs, Browns to end the year. It's not easy. So Mookie kind of got a point. They could miss it, but I just don't think Joe Burrow gonna go out there and smoke these games like that. Like I just can't see that. I can't see that.
But J-Rock, this is the thing.
Unless there's like a big injury, it ain't happening.
This is the thing. Joe Burrow has to be perfect, bro. And this is the thing, bro.
He do.
If he don't play,
He gotta be
if
great.
he don't,
He gonna have to be great.
if he have an off game, bro, and that defense give up big chunk plays down the field, bro, I don't know. They might lose a couple, bro.
No, they
and
could.
in the division where you need to consistently put up these wins to separate yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man,
my thing is this though. I'm not really high on the Steelers though. I'm really not. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like they're always gonna be carried off the back of their defense. But between yeah,
don't they only average like 10 points?
Yeah, I'm not high on the Bills either. I don't think the Bills are gonna do nothing.
I think the Bengals.
But my thing is like, bro, I'm not a big Kenny Pickett guy, bro. Like I understand everybody wants to fire Matt Canada. I don't think Matt Canada's been good. I want to make sure I preface that. Like he's not been great. But Kenny Pickett's not one of them guys, bro.
No, he's not.
He's not. Like he's an average quarterback too. I want y'all to know that he's an average quarterback too. And the Steelers went and reached for a guy in a subpar draft class and went and got Kenny Pickett. But I don't see this guy really being one of them guys for that organization. Like, I think the Steelers at some point really should consider going to get Kirk Cousins, maybe. No. I'm just saying that defense. But sometimes this is my thing. When you have bad offensive coordinators, sometimes you need a vet quarterback to kind of suffice for it, not one of these young guys, because young players, like especially like Kenny Pickett's in his second year, third year, they're not going to be able to adjust to a bad situation the same way a guy like Kirk Cousins could adjust to that situation. So
keep him, just fire and start new in the quarterback room together with an OC and a new quarterback.
Riddell told you what it was. When you go out, when you can't beat ownership. When ownership wants you, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It is a little different.
Crazy. When the entire state of Pennsylvania is losing its mind about your OC, should tell you.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Lonnie.
I was saying, where would you rank Pickett right now? Like if he was in like all the quarterbacks,
20,
top 20,
bottom 20.
Bottom 20.
I think
bottom 20.
I think Pickett in the better. I think Pickett in the better offensive coordinator or better scheme. I think he'd be better. I still think there's talent there. He can make throws. He can make. Sometimes he do put footballs into windows that they're not supposed to be, like put them in ill-advised throws where it could be more susceptible to interceptions.
I'm saying like put him in. I'm saying put him in this year's draft class. Where would he? What quarterback would he be? The third best?
He'd be drafted.
What? Bro, I'm not saying. You're really asking. I'm gonna let you know right now.
They got all the quarterbacks.
He ain't a better prospect. He's might be 7th or 8th. He's not a better prospect. Kenny Pickett is not a better. Let me make sure I get this recorded. No offense to Kenny Pickett. I really appreciate, what he's done. Pittsburgh guy. Love the fake slide. Love the story of him getting drafted by the city that he played his college career. But he's not a better prospect than Caleb. Not a better prospect than Drake May. He's not a better prospect than Bo Nix. He's not a better prospect than Quinn Ewers. He's not a better prospect than J.J. McCarthy. Michael Penix. He's not a better prospect than Shedeur Sanders. He's not a better prospect than Jaden Daniels. That's 8 guys right there. Right there alone, that's 8 guys. So all them guys right there,
I'm not high on Kenny Pickett. I just want to know where he would be ranked.
Miss me with
but I'd rather have Quinn Ewers. I would bank on Quinn Ewers' potential more than I would bank on Kenny Pickett's, because Kenny Pickett don't got elite arm strength, little hands in the cold. I know some people don't think that matters. To me, that kind of matters. In a rain game, I'm kind of concerned about
that. It does matter for sure.
It matters. There's a reason why he wears 2 football gloves to throw the football. I just think he's a good quarterback, average at best, but I can't see him being better than any of those prospects that I just mentioned. So, if he was in this draft, I'm telling you, he's not going to like 4th, 5th, maybe not even 4th, 5th round, bro, because I still might take Spencer Rattler's a better prospect than him to me, bro. I know Riley Leonard, the Duke quarterback, better prospect to me, bro.
All right.
Oh, okay. That's a little
that's too far.
That's not too
that
far,
draft
bro.
Was so
Jordan
bad.
Travis, better prospect. Sam Hartman, better prospect.
Jesus Christ, this thing's loaded. This quarterback.
Come on, Randall. It's loaded.
Yeah.
Bro.
Loaded.
Bro, the QB and wide receiver rooms for this year's draft.
Riley Leonard. The reason why I got Riley Leonard over him as a prospect, because Riley Leonard is bigger built, stronger arm, had to do more with less at Duke than what Kenny Pickett had. Kenny Pickett had a loaded Pittsburgh team during COVID, bro.
Didn't he have Jordan Addison too?
No, y'all gotta really
on his team.
Y'all gotta peek the details of certain things. Kenny Pickett dominated as a 5th-year senior in a year where a bunch of guys did not play. They opted out. Like, bro, it was all.
Slide is literally his whole record.
Bro, it was literally lined up. That's why I look at Zach Wilson. I don't understand how he went number 2 in the draft for the life of me, because I watched a lot of his games last year. When he was coming out, and bro, he never jumped off my screen. I mean, he had arm talent, but he
was
never
mid at BYU.
He just looked cool.
He looked cool, bro. But you gotta remember, bro, him that first year at BYU, he was trash. Y'all gotta, early. You know what people don't talk about that 2020, 2021, them years, them COVID years with college football, bro. So many people did not play. So many players, so many players opted out. So many players already looked to go to the transfer portal.
It was like the NFL lockout year.
Bro, that was a lockout year because it was literally a year where everybody you literally could have chilled that year and still got to play college football somewhere else because of how much, bro, I'm not looking at that. Yo, Mookie, don't get caught in that debate in that chat, bro. This guy is not worth that much energy, bro. I'm telling you. He don't be worth that much energy, bro. Like, that's what he come there to do, gang. Bro, that's what he come there to do. Like, he come there for you to click on your keyboard with him, bro. Don't even do it to yourself, bro. You'll be there all day. All day.
You are casual.
All right. So, moving on. Teams that need to be fixed. I really want to hear how y'all really respond to some of the nonsense that goes on. There's a lot of like casual nonsense that I think that goes on in the NFL. So if there was I'm looking at two franchises that need complete turnarounds right now. To me, the Chicago Bears, and then the second team that I don't know, bro. It's like this team reminds me of that girl. You go on a date with her. She shows you all the great things about her in the first or second date. Then that third, fourth, and fifth date, she come in, breaths don't smell good. She got bad, she started acting a little too loose, bad table manners, just showing you a lot of red flags. You know what teams is showing me a lot of red flags after showing me all the good things first? The Green Bay Packers. So my question is, how would you fix, and y'all could pick one team. Y'all don't have to say how you would fix both, but of them two teams, I want to see how would y'all fix them franchises. Random, you go first, Grant, then KSB. I'm going that way.
Nah, this bullshit, man. No. Take the Packers off, put the Panthers on, man.
Panthers too. We'll throw the Panthers too.
You're giving Bryce Young
you're keeping Bryce Young. Hold on.
Let him go. Early.
Let me run this because I gotta run. So the team that I would the easiest option for me to pick would be the Bears, but I'm looking at the Packers right now.
Bro, that shit whack. Yeah. My bad.
So I'm looking at the Packers right now, and you need to have honest conversations. You really banked on Jordan Love being something this year, and from everything that he's showing you under live fire, he's not. So you need to have an honest conversation. You have a loaded quarterback draft class. You have loaded. You're not paying them nothing because didn't they give him like a 1-year extension or something like that?
They did.
Because they didn't take his option, which tells you something because they see him every day. And the only reason like they went with him, Aaron Rodgers, like legitimately, Aaron Rodgers took it to the nth degree with how he left the organization. So you leave there, you still have good pieces, right? You still have good pieces, but right now you need to ask yourself a question. If I'm looking up at the Lions, how far are we away from them? Because we've traditionally
kind of far right now,
and right now we kind of far. And Jared Goff may not light the world on fire, but
Jared Edge. Make sure
I apologize. Jared Edge may not light the world on fire, but
he light the world on fire. MVP candidate for sure.
All right,
facts.
But all right, but this is all I'm saying.
Gamble light the world on fire.
So you sitting there, you got to ask some questions about Christian Watson, the rest of those weapons there as well. Bakhtiari's hurt, so now you got to think about maybe getting another anchor at O-line. So they're at this weird moment where like, okay, do we just say, look, we tried, Jordan. We really did try. We're going to get one of these quarterbacks. Dear God, you know me, I'm high on Michael Penix. Michael Penix is there. Hey, Jordan, it's been real. Thank you for the love, bro, but
dang, man.
That's it. And you just start over. You're talking about.
I'm with random. I'm with random.
Early. You've had this magical 30-year run where you've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. This never happens.
Doesn't happen.
And you're used to a certain level of quarterbacking, and Jordan Love just ain't it. By year 3, people knew Aaron Rodgers. This is the next dude, and you've had the same exact experience with Jordan Love, and you don't know. So
by year when? Say it again.
By year 3.
Jordan Love been in the NFL for 4 years, bro.
He's been in the NFL for 4 years. He didn't play.
But bro, you
didn't play
can't
either.
yo, you can't really do that though. Yeah, I'm with random early. You can't do that, bro. You can't give him the same standards as a Desmond Ridder or a Sam Howell or a rookie quarterback like Bryce Young. But he's been in the league for 4 years, bro.
Did not strip down the Packers and then go give it to Aaron Rodgers.
Strip down the Packers. The only person they lost was the quarterback. They only lost the quarterback.
Bad in there, like that's not fair.
But early, they didn't strip the team down. They only lost the court. They only lost quarterbacks.
Either way, early. Even if you keep early, even if you keep Jordan Love, you still got to get a replacement for Bakhtiari. You need to get some more receivers in there because they don't look as good as you thought they did. All right, you still got to ask questions on that offense. Aaron Jones is getting hurt now. Is it time for maybe to look a different direction? Are we sticking with? Are we fully willing to give Dylan the number one running back spot?
No.
So then you got to go get another running back possibly. So you got to ask all these. You had this weird precipice where you're too bad to suck, but you're too good, but you're too bad to.
But
like,
random, what is the hardest thing to replace in the NFL, dog?
Quarterback.
You gotta have a quarterback.
Yeah, but look at this is a perfect. Look at all these. Look at all these. You got your pick at quarterback early. You got your pick, man.
Yeah, early. You got a lot of decisions. Like I'm not gonna lie. If I'm the front office of Green Bay, listen, bro. I understand what you're saying, and you know, to the Packers' credit, they got spoiled. You don't usually get it twice back to back on your franchise quarterbacks. Where you don't even have to really
that 30 years.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, to go 30 years straight and not have to go through no big transitional year between quarterbacks because you had one franchise guy and then you drafted your other franchise guy. I think that's valid. But bro, you gotta Jordan Love has not looked good, brother. And some people may say, like, shout out to my guy Ben Kirk on the internet. Definitely, if y'all don't know who that is, check out his content. He played for the
But what does Jordan Love look like with that O line that Aaron Rodgers?
I don't think I agree. I agree. Listen, I agree.
It's not fair, but we need to see something. We need to see.
But bro, he also doesn't look good. Yeah.
And the last 3 weeks, he hasn't been playing well. It's what the last time we saw something was when he came back on the Saints.
He has been bad.
Hold on, let me ask you this: to start off the year this year, first 4 games, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. He started off the year looking phenomenal.
That's why I'm saying. That's why it's something there, man. It's something.
To me, he's indecisive.
Something there, man.
To me, I think he's indecisive.
Mind you, he still has the rest. Early, he still has the rest of the year. Early, he still has the rest of the year to show something. This is a big audition year for him, whether it is for him, for the Packers, or another team. But this is a big year for him, especially because you tell me the GMs ain't looking at Michael Penix, they ain't looking at Bo Nix, they're not looking at all these. This plethora of quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds.
Who's been on your team for 4 years, knows the offense.
You don't
get a brand new.
But
you've seen every. But also you know his flaws early. You know his flaws too. Early, you know his flaws as well.
Early. Why would you go out there, right? You started the year. You started the year with this idea that they were going to be competitive in the division. They don't look like they're going to be that competitive. That's 1. 2, compared to Sam Howell, Desmond Ridder, second-year guys. You look at the Bryce Young, the C.J. Strauss. They're first-year guys, so they have a little bit more of leeway. Excuse me. However, and I understand what you're saying, bro. He just started his first year starting. But, bro, in retrospect, if you give him 1 more year, it'll be year 5 for Jordan Love.
Okay. And
if he don't look better in year 5, you've already pushed your timeline back another year because you sat behind you got a quarterback that that's not showing you the qualities of a franchise leader. Now, my other thing about, this whole situation is you're in the NFL, bro. Matt LaFleur also got to think about himself and his job security. Exactly. And that also going to come into play, bro. Like, Matt LaFleur is going to have to go out there. He's going to have to go out there and find ways to win games. And listen, you can't win it without a good quarterback, bro. You just can't do it, bro. You can't win without quarterback.
Here's my thing. Let me come back to what y'all said, right? You got 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks back to back, right? And that's the problem. He has to go.
I agree.
He has to fill in Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers' shoes, and he ain't that right now. So that's a problem. They want him to come in and be Aaron Rodgers. Dog, y'all lucked up twice. So now it's something we.
I agree with that.
We compare everybody to Patrick Mahomes, and I realize that everybody ain't that good. It's only one LeBron James, only one Michael Jordan, it's only one Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Dog, he ain't.
Okay, but bro, you lost to the.
Good.
Okay,
There's only one Justin Herbert.
Time out. Early. They lost to the Falcons off the butt fumble. You lost to the Lions. I'm cool with that. You lost to the Saints. I'm actually cool with that.
Did you see that Falcons game? That run game, they tore the Packers.
I understand. I understand.
I think they beat the Saints.
No, y'all. Oh, they beat.
No,
the
that was the
Saints
18, the 17 point.
Yeah, they beat
Bro,
the
they
Saints.
lost to the
Week 3.
Raiders and the Broncos.
But bro, listen, they lost to the
football.
Raiders. They lost to the Broncos.
The Chiefs just lost to the Broncos.
Yeah, but the Chiefs were trolling. Stop.
But come on,
Isn't it trolling?
Trolling? Come on, bro. Stop
bro.
it, bro.
Come on, the
Stop.
Raiders.
Stop.
The Raiders can't be.
Stop it, bro. Don't say don't like that.
They shouldn't have lost the Raiders.
They shouldn't have thrown that
seriously, bro. Like they're not even a serious.
Bro, Freed to get Devontae out of Las Vegas, because if Jimmy isn't gonna even give him the ball, why is Las Vegas even gonna keep him there?
They got a new quarterback now, so Aiden
O'Connell.
If he doesn't give the ball to Devontae.
Hey, Lloyd Pierce is not that dumb.
I just feel like the
Packers,
early.
Why are you defending Jordan Love so much? But you
because
are
Aaron
out.
No, here's the thing.
You're so out
You just
of
said Jordan Love and then shit.
I'm trying to figure out
Hold up,
why you
let
ain't
me
giving
say
him
this.
the same grace.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, I think you're giving him too much grace, bro.
Because Aaron Rodgers, it's so crazy because Aaron Rodgers did to him the same thing that Brett Favre did to him. Where he
facts.
The same thing, dog. Like you sat there, you complained about Brett Favre and how he did you. You did him the exact same way.
Aaron Rodgers is a hypocrite.
He really stripped the team down. Like I can say this Packers team was a Packers team 2 or 3 years ago where they had offense and defense, and then Jordan Love and they still stacking it up. Dog, you basically crashed your car, gave him the vehicle and said make it to this destination. And then when his car broke down,
the Packers team is not bad.
The Packers, but the Packers team,
they're not a lot.
They're not a terrible team, bro. They actually do have pieces that could help that. What?
The Packers have a couple of Pro Bowl type players on their team, yes. But as a whole, the Packers don't.
Bro,
all those Pro Bowl guys are on the
defense. Listen, bro. They're better than the Raiders, bro. They're better than the Broncos. They should be able to win those football games. To be honest, they lost to the Vikings 24-10. It should have been more competitive because the Vikings were missing. Listen, as somebody who is a big Vikings fan over here in Riddell, you know how good has y'all O-line been? How good has that O-line been? Not that great.
Not that great. Yeah, this is just
like the running game was really non-existent till they played the 49ers.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that's why I always say other teams have flaws too. The better teams figure out ways to play through their flaws or hide them good enough to be successful, bro. The Packers to me, if they had a different quarterback, I think they would be a better team. The narratives would be different. And I'm not saying
I agree.
And I just think sometimes, bro, this is what kind of kills me. And I think we see it a lot in the chat is like, you know, we hear a lot of like, what do you want him to do when he doesn't have this, and this?
I don't think you just give up on him, though.
I don't think you just give up on him, but it's definitely worth the conversation.
But if you're going to have to go get a top quarterback.
He's going to be in his 5th year next year, bro. Hold on. He's going to be going into his 5th year next year. If he shows no improvement.
Y'all saying like he played 5 years, though. Stop saying it like he played 5 years.
He's not a rookie. So
yeah, Jordan Love, honestly, like we got to stop being this nice to quarterback at times.
You think Jordan Love took with Aaron
Rodgers? They still see him on the practice field.
It would still have to be a conversation. He don't have that much time, bro. You can't give him that much time. They can't wait forever on Jordan. He can't go through the same growing pains. He can't go through the same growing pains as a Sam Howell or a Bryce Young. Bro, imagine being the guy talking about Jordan Love needing the opportunity to figure out and grow, but you want your quarterback want your quarterback who has a terrible situation in Carolina, by far 10 times worse than what they have in Green Bay, and you want him out the door tomorrow. But you want Matt LaFleur. You want Matt LaFleur to go out there and give another chance to a quarterback who's going to be going into his 5th year. But you want the guy who's only played 8 games into his NFL career to go out there and be out the door.
First of all, my quarterback isn't a nigga who can throw the ball.
Oh my God! Why are
we
you
just
so
like-
ignorant in
Fight
this
it.
height thing? You gotta get over this height thing.
Being
You
discriminatory.
gotta get over this height thing, bro.
Short
You have to get
people.
over this height thing, bro.
But that ain't just the
He
height.
dominated the SEC at 5'10". What else did you want to see? He had
played
every.
for the Alabama team before the NIL deal came in.
And if you put any other player other than Bryce Young on the Alabama team, they're not getting that far. He was the bro.
Stop it, man.
You are throwing Bryce Young into the fire for how he's played with an 8 game. Look at the whole Carolina Panthers organization right now.
Bryce Young in the fire. I never believed that's the thing. I actually watch college football. I watch Alabama games. Okay?
I know you do. We both do.
I
I'm
remember last year or so when the NIL deal came in, Alabama didn't have all the talent around him. He looked mediocre. He was never that good, y'all. He was never.
And you
I
believe in Jordan Love?
Never
The
that
problem is
good.
you're
But
believing
bro,
in
did you
Jordan
watch?
Love
If you
or
and this is my thing, and this is why. Come on, bro. You want to sit here and talk about really watching football? When Jordan Love was coming out of college, do you know what I was doing at the time? Early, I was working for free for a sports agency doing draft scouts for them. So I was watching tape on tape on tape on tape. And you know whose tape fell to my lap? Jordan Love. I was high on Jordan Love, but his tape wasn't very good either. His tape was very much far worse than Bryce Young's, but all the talent and potential was clearly there. So that's what you go off the potential. But damn, bro, to give a guy going into his fifth,
I don't believe.
How can you give
to actually play football on the football field and just
so
say,
how can you not give the same grace to Bryce, your own quarterback?
I need y'all
because he's 5'10".
Never had it, dog. He never held. Listen, dog. I'm gonna go on record. Record me. Bryce Young will never be a legit quarterback in the NFL. Never. I'm
not flip-flopping on Jordan Love. I'm flip-flopping on his production. Just to Angie Carr's point, I'm not flip-flopping. I've always said that I've enjoyed Jordan Love's potential because I had the opportunity to scout him when I was first getting into sports media.
Not a leader in Alabama.
I was always saying that. I always said I liked his potential.
No Alabama quarterback.
But at the end of the day, I still got to see what he's doing on the field. He's still performing week to week, bro. And I can't give him grace. How can you give grace to Watson but not Love? And this is where y'all grasp for straws.
What?
You saw Deshaun Watson since he came into the league take the league by storm. You know,
he was arguably a top 3 quarterback in Texas.
You're not even spinning, Angie, because you actually knew. Yeah, this is what I hate. I hate when y'all do these minuscule arguments and minuscule comparisons. Like when y'all go out there and compare Bryce Purdy stats to Jalen Hurts, when we've seen Jalen Hurts at his best and know what he's capable of. You've seen Deshaun Watson at his best, know what he's capable of. Why would I give Jordan Love grace when I still am speculating on what he can be? I love his potential. I've always said I love his potential. He has arm talent. He's more than showed his arm talent. Did anybody watch him against the Eagles last year before the season started? He got arm talent. Everybody knows that. But what is your job as the quarterback? You got to help your team win football games. I don't think everything in his situation is perfect, but he ain't doing things to help his team win football games either.
But you guys will sit here and get rid of him, get a May or get a Penix, and they're gonna be better.
It would make more sense. He's been on the roster for 5 years, bro.
I think the issue is there's like a middle ground between what both of you are saying. I watched the Packers. I'm a Packers fan and I watch them a lot. The issue is part of it is yes, Jordan Love has not been that good at times, right? Another issue is the fact that his receiving core is still a bunch of rookies, so they're dropping passes. They're
Watson
not trying to crack routes.
I don't care if he's playing or not. He ain't
on top of that, Bakhtiari is literally injured again, and that's a $20 million guy. He's been injured for like the third year.
No more.
Can I just say one thing? Can I say one thing? I don't mean to cut you off, Kez, because I'm just reading the chat, and I gotta and shout out to Angie Carr. You know you're my dog, Angie, but I gotta violate you real quick. So he should be held at a lot higher to production. That's the point. If you don't give a person's potential, you have to give. If you don't know a person's potential, you have to give him grace. Me saying that there's a conversation about his production or his play is not me not giving him grace. It's just saying that you have to go out there and still win games. Matt LaFleur and the Packers fans are not a team that is looking to go through a rebuild. They're not a team that looking into the next few years where they're not going to be up for the playoffs or anything like that. They're looking to compete. That's one. Two, how have we not held Deshaun Watson to a high standard when Grant was up here 2 days ago talking about it might be the worst trade in NFL history? So please, guys, listen before y'all just react. We talk all the time. Deshaun Watson has had his feet held to the goddamn fire since week 3 of the season. Please miss me with the nonsense. Please miss me with the nonsense. Go ahead.
And he's still playing better than Jordan Love is right now.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. And again,
please miss me with the bogus shit.
Another thing with Bryce Young is that Bryce Young, when Bryce Young didn't have the elite receivers and all that shit that Alabama normally has, he was mid. Here's my thing about Bryce Young. Why I have a problem with Bryce Young. Yes, I know my team sucks through and through. So when your team sucks through and through, you got to get a quarterback like a Caleb Williams who can get it done with anybody. Now, hear what I'm saying, though. You get a quarterback who is great, so that way we can start putting pieces around you. Jordan Love is a guy that needs to be in a system that's great now, right now. We probably will be good for another 3 years, though.
But hold on, can I ask you a question, though? Can I ask you a question, though? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
On my team, dog.
Can I give you a comparison? Can I give you a comparison? Can I give you a comparison for Jordan Love? Can I give you a comparison for Jordan Love? You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. But why can't I can use the Geno Smith argument for Jordan Love? Somebody who just sat behind quarterbacks, sat behind Russ for a minute, soaked in all the knowledge.
Okay.
Then when his opportunity came, obviously I saw what he did last year. Now, he didn't have a great O-line last year. O-line was not that great. Defense is they didn't have an elite defense last year. But he played well. And now what I want to say, and before you say, well, he got to play with the Jets. He got to start his first 2 years with the Jets.
Nope. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
Before you say he was starting the Jets, before you say anything about his career at the Jets, all I'm trying to say is when he got his opportunity, he had to go out there and make the most of it. I just don't think Jordan Love has made the most of it yet. And I want him to because I believe in his potential. But bro, how long? My question to you is, how long do you think he actually has? You know what I'm saying?
So
like he don't have the luxury. Like to me, Jordan Love don't have the luxury to be sat and coddled for 2-3 seasons. I don't think he has that luxury.
Let me speak on Geno Smith. Let's speak on Geno Smith. First and foremost, he didn't make the most out of his opportunities. He fell into a great offense. You got Kenneth Walker. You have DK Metcalf. You have Tyler Lockett. Like, how many guys get to actually touch the field with legit offensive weapons like those, so that way they help you? He didn't come into a situation where it was like, dog, we just tanking, just see what you got. No, dog. He had a legit setup. You're talking about a quarterback who sat on the bench.
You don't like the weapons in Green Bay?
He got a chance into a legit situation.
I like Reed Dobbs and Christian Watson. I'm sorry.
Also, early going by your logic early. My issue with your logic early is like you're saying that, hey man, if it's good for the Panthers if they get a quarterback that can go beyond the lack of talent, like you could just make the same argument for the Packers. You can draft a quarterback that can go beyond the quote unquote lack of talent, right? So I feel like if the Packers go through the entire season just playing terrible, not winning games,
I want y'all to understand
like
the comparison to Geno Smith. The
Raiders.
Comparison to Geno Smith is the fact that Geno Smith had to take the baton and produce the moment his opportunity came. Because if not, the Seattle Seahawks probably would have been drafting a quarterback this past draft instead of Wilson. Let me finish my point. I'll let you get. Early. Every time you speak, I'll let you get your whole point across. Stop it.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is Jordan Love, and the thing is that y'all losing me is the fact that I'm saying y'all are getting y'all panties in a bunch. I don't have a better word to you, so please don't get over offended. Y'all getting y'all panties in a bunch because I'm saying this guy has to go out there and show some sort of flashes because not only did you sit on him for a long amount of time,
he showed it though. He already showed it.
What?
Jordan Love has already showed flashes.
What flashes?
What flashes?
The first 3-4 games he showed flashes.
Not really flashes. They were more like spurts, right?
Yeah, not enough to make you think this is our guy of the future.
I mean, y'all
are
like
y'all are arguing that it's
never showed you anything.
Y'all are arguing with me that it is crazy to say that this is, you know why this is comparable to Geno Smith is because if Geno Smith doesn't perform in the year that he gets his opportunity, the Seahawks are having a conversation about what they should do at quarterback. And all I'm saying is having a guy
still got a conversation. He's 34 years old.
But they re-signed him. for extending him, gave him a bag.
We thought they were
what I'm
going to
saying
be like
about
a bottom 5 team
what I'm
last
saying
year.
exactly. You thought they were going to have like the first pick in the draft. I look at most mock drafts actually had the Seahawks having the first pick in the NFL, and look what happened. I'm looking at Jordan Love, and I'm saying, y'all can't sit here and tell me it's crazy to look at him and him not show enough signs going forward to at least have a conversation like, damn, there's 8 pretty decent quarterbacks coming into this draft. We could at least draft one. Look, I'm not saying you don't give him a second chance next year, but to have a conversation about it, it'll be worth it. This is a league where we saw a team draft a quarterback the year before and draft another one the year after. That's not crazy to say that these conversations are unrealistic.
If they pick up a quarterback in the third round, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Keep Jordan Love. If you get a top 5 quarterback and get him on that team, you're going to kill that boy confidence, dog. He going to look like, damn, I sat here and sat behind Aaron Rodgers with no complaints. But yet, and he had years to basically get it together. But yet, I get 1 year to touch the field, and y'all get a quarterback behind.
But if there's a quarterback,
it seems like the play calling.
If there's a quarterback that's just better than you at the end of the day,
it is what it is,
right?
Like, y'all gotta stop with all this participation trophy. Like, why do y'all expect these businesses to coddle these grown ass men? That's what y'all gotta stop understanding. These organizations is not coddling these grown ass men all the time. They're gonna give them an opportunity.
Especially Green Bay.
They're going to try to put them in a situation to succeed. And at some point, it's either going to work or it is not going to work. Do you know why you can't always coddle all these grown-ass men?
I'm not saying coddle him.
You are saying coddle him in some ways.
Give him another year.
You're giving him and all I'm saying, I didn't say get rid of him early. I said there should be a conversation, though, about the position. That's all I said. There could legitimately be a conversation about it. And in a world where guys who are head coaches, coordinators, staff, general managers, do you know how they get paid? Do you know how they keep their jobs? Where does their job security come from, fellas? Wins and fucking losses. Sorry for my language. All of those things matter. So if Matt LaFleur is going out there and losing games with Jordan Love, and you talking about early, you're talking about just give him 1 more year.
Let's talk about
Can Matt LaFleur, hold on. Can Matt LaFleur keep telling the owner of the Packers, just give me 1 more year. Just give me 1 more year. He'll figure it out. Give me 1 more year. You can't do that. You can't do that. You literally cannot do that.
That's
why we're talking about Mike Tomlin. How many times are we gonna go and say, Mike Tomlin, you had a 500 record. Y'all went 10 and 9. Y'all went 10 and 8. Y'all won 1 game. Y'all won a winning record, but didn't go to the playoffs. It's about success. This is why I don't understand. This is why I don't understand. It's about winning the Super Bowl, guys. That is the goal. I know some of y'all are okay with just being competitive, and as somebody who's a Jets fan, I get it. How am I talking? I'm on one of the worst.
Wow, you're right.
But it's about winning championships, guys. That's what it's about. You gotta do what puts your organization in the best chance to win a Super Bowl.
And J-Rob, I do want to
sometimes that could be because of the quarterback.
There's another conversation that's a part of this bigger conversation that's in a very similar situation, and that's the Bears, right? Because we recognize when it comes to the Bears, Justin Fields, we can all agree he showed flashes. We can all agree that Justin Fields had some very interesting talent, had some very interesting potential. But we know, especially considering they got y'all's pick early, that if they get the chance, they are drafting a quarterback, and Justin Fields is just GG's, right? So that's just another situation. If there's a quarterback that has bigger potential, that's arguably better than your quarterback, then you're just going to draft him. So the Bears situation.
If my Patriots get a top 5 pick, they better pick somebody.
If the Bears honestly, in my opinion, are in the most interesting situation, I actually think that they've been showing flashes, especially before the Justin Fields injury. And they try to shore up their defense, getting Montez Sweat.
What you talking about, J-Rob? I'm sorry.
And when it comes down to it, with those two picks, they can definitely be a more competitive team because they got the receiver, DJ Moore, one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Hilarious.
They got a good run game, of course, and then they just got to shore up that defense.
I just be wondering, bro, you got to come up every day of your life to glaze somebody every day. That takes so much energy. I just wonder. That's all early. I apologize. I just always wonder. It just takes a lot of energy to do that every day. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Last thing I'm gonna say is that I think the Bears in my opinion, with their situation, especially if they trade Justin Fields, have the best chance to rebuild their team the best, honestly. And with Caleb Williams potentially, with another pick, a high pick, and with a better defense, with maybe some free agent moves and even draft picks, this Bears team can definitely be competitive, even starting next year with a rookie quarterback, whoever they pick up. So, hey, man, shout out the Bears.
I mean, to counter that, just to quote Jim McMahon, the Chicago's where quarterbacks go to die. It doesn't matter who they pick. I believe that city is cursed. That franchise is cursed. Whoever they pick, it could be Caleb Williams. It could be fucking Tom Brady in his prime. That franchise is going to ruin the quarterback.
I think
it's a mix of that, and I think I said this a few weeks ago on the show.
Had a good quarterback when you think about it.
I think the biggest thing is when you look at the Bears and you look at their history with their quarterbacks. We look at Mitch Trubisky. We look at Justin Fields right now. We look at multiple other quarterbacks that have gone through the Bears system.
Jay Cutler.
Jared Cutler, Grossman. They get put into the system. The coach either does. I think the coach doesn't like the quarterback, so he doesn't give him really the opportunity to perform. They struggle. The coach leaves. They get a new coach. Quarterbacks play terrible. They get a new one. It's a repeat. So I think it's not just with the quarterback position. So you can't just say, "Oh, if we put Caleb Williams in this position, it's gonna change everything."
They've never had a good one. Never.
But at the same time,
hold on. Let me get this point on. If you want to change the Bears organization as a whole, you have to change the coach perspective. You got to make sure these coaches are going to put 110% faith into the players. And I understand, yes, situations are going to happen, and you're going to have to understand. But the problem is, if they keep repeating the cycle, the Bears are just going to continue to have a failure after failure after failure. You can't just say that the quarterback is going to change anything. And while I agree with you on the idea, the problem is, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get into it. My thing is, if you look at
don't get into it, bro. It's not worth it.
If you get into what the Bears are doing, in order for them to succeed, you've got to have the coaching staff stick with the QB and have faith. You can't just quit on the QB after 2 seasons because of what he's doing. It's just the coaching perspective that I've seen. It's caused more failure. And I think that's a hierarchy with the Bears system, but that's what
early. Go ahead, early.
I think the Rooney family has lived off defenses for so long that you got to understand.
Are you talking about it? I thought the Rooney family was the Steelers.
I think you're talking about the McCaskies.
We're talking about the Bears.
The Bears. My fault. Yeah, the Bears owners have lived off defense for so long. That's all they know, dog. It's almost like if I got a son and I only date light-skinned chicks. So I want my son to only date light-skinned chicks. But these light-skinned chicks keep stabbing him. And I'm like, nah, but I love them. You should never I love them. That's basically what they do. They depend on they get some of the best defensive players you've ever seen, dog. They don't know how to. They've lived. When you got an organization that has lived with bad quarterback play and still won, that's all they know. So they've got.
But they did not win. They won back in the day because they had one of the greatest defenses in the history of the league. But even when they went to the 06 Super Bowl, they had a great defense. They got Rex Grossman there. So in my mind, if I've gotten there with a bad quarterback play, I don't really need a quarterback like that.
I don't think that's their philosophy now because they got Justin Fields hoping he was going to be that transcendent quarterback, and he just didn't pan out that way. Right, so
it's also not his fault. It's not all his fault though. That offense is terrible.
Can I add something though?
Justin Fields is not.
But I'm gonna tell you what we have to talk about. What we have to address about the Bears is it's the front office. It's the ownership. They are incompetent. Like, regardless of what you want to say, I know some people believe that they just picking bad quarterbacks or guys who don't, who aren't good enough to play the position. And I push back on that because. Jared Goff, I think if he doesn't start his career with Jeff Fisher, I think it is a different conversation. I think he may potentially still be the Rams quarterback depending on, situations. I think a lot of quarterbacks can be screwed by who's in the front office. You know what I'm saying? I think that happens all over. I mean, look at the dip Mac Jones took in his second and third year in the league because you go from having a stable situation to you go get a special teams coordinator and a former defensive coordinator as your offensive coordinators. And obviously that affected his ability. So I think ultimately when you look at the Bears, they have had bad job picking coaches. I think they have to reevaluate their scouting department. Yep. The people who are picking the players. your GMs, all those things matter. And because, we can always blame the coaches for the lack thereof success for a football team. But when something seems like a constant, like it is, this happens over and over and over and over, you got to start considering the front office. Because, I think Mark Davis, as much as I love what he's done with the WNBA, but he's done a bad job. I love what he's done with the Las Vegas Aces, but I hate the job he's done with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wilson, man.
Yeah, I think that's
the thing, though. You trade enough assets, you can go do that yourself too. The Raiders can give up Max Crosby, first round next year, the year after, boom, boom. Like, let's say the Cardinals get the first pick. And they have, obviously, they want to stay with Kyler Murray. I don't know if that would be the case, but you can give up so many assets to go get that type of player. You know what I'm saying?
No, Max Crosby, a top D line, top 3 D line.
You put Mac. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You giving me Mac? Yeah, I think Max Crosby is one of the 5 best pass rushers. He jumped off. He's one of the 5 best pass rushers in football right now.
Nah, top 3.
Top 3. I'm cool with top 3. I think he's
over Nick Bosa. Period.
Yeah, I think that's what the guy below me mentioned. It's the issue with the Bears is just this hierarchy, and they have this cultural issue, right?
Yeah.
Right. When you're okay with losing, when you're okay with mediocrity, you eventually what you get today, and you go through a cycle of GMs and players and coaches. Eberflus was supposed to be this guy who brought this new change in Chicago. It's supposed to bring this new culture to Chicago, but we're not at the same place that we were last year, right? The moment they lost to Green Bay in Week 1. Everyone knew the Bears are not going to have a good season. What does that speak to the culture of your team, the coaching, the players, like everything around your team? The Bears just need to tear everything down, and that starts from the McCaskies down forward, man. They need to sell the team. They're doing such a disservice to the city of Chicago.
See, the thing is, though, you really can't sell the team because that city, that bad franchise is beloved in Chicago. When I say they are loved in Chicago, the Bears are absolutely loved. Shout out to our guy Random for sending the super chat. Damn, y'all still talking about the Packers early. That squad has a lot to answer, and one is at quarterback. There are big expectations with Green Bay with absolutely loaded quarterback. Conversations must be had. Yeah, I just think ultimately you could probably bring him back for his second year for sure, but they're still there. You can still consider drafting a quarterback and keeping it on there. Shout out to Angie Carr, another student. Not trying to be combative and respect me neither, and we good money. Maybe I'm delusional, but I believe Love will figure it out. Your Green Bay's coach. What would you do with Love? If it was up to me,
your mind?
Yeah, I was gonna say G baby. I was gonna say no, because in the chat his thing be GB. If I was the coach of the Green Bay Packers, one, I'm having a conversation with my offensive staff, like how do we establish a real run game? We have Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. I think Aaron Jones might be healthy. He's been dealing with a hamstring most of the year. But how do I get these guys going? First, that's first things first.
That's what I'm gonna get a running back.
Because the run game will open up your passing game. Two, during my exit meeting with Jordan Love at the end of the year, or even throughout the year, I'd ask him, "What are you seeing out there? What do you really believe?" I would say objectively. No, I will not. You can say whatever you want. I won't be mad at you. What do you see out there? What do you think we need to do to make this
some damn receivers?
To make it better for you? That's one. That's the other thing I would do. Now, also, I would be candid with him. Let's say the year ends and it doesn't go that well. I'll be candid. I'd be like, Jordan, listen, this year did not look that great. I definitely think there's some things on both sides from our point and from your standpoint that need to be improved upon. But you also know this is a win. This is a what have you done for me lately business. And at the end of the day, this is not an organization where we can do 4 or 5 years of mediocrity because we're the Green Bay Packers. And we've been in the thick of it for the last 30 years. And so because of that, I may say there may be conversations about potentially drafting one of these. This is a loaded quarterback class, so we may draft one. Not saying your job is in jeopardy, but we definitely might consider bringing a guy in. I think you just have to be candid. You got to be candid with him. So, but I do think Love, you would have to figure out a way. If LaFleur wants to at least give him any hope for real, like really put him in the best situation, I don't think it's the receivers you got to figure out. You got to figure out the trenches. You got to figure out a run game. And you know, I know them receivers had a lot of drops. I think they're third worst in drops right now. I think they're third in drops right
rookies.
now.
They're all first or second year
They're
players.
first and second year players. But that man, Jordan Love, you got to go in the offseason. You got to get with them guys.
Yep.
Those are things. These are things that just have to be done. You got to build rapport. Like these things matter. You got to build rapport. But I don't think the Green Bay fans can go. They can't go 2 years like this. But I'm telling you, they're not going to go for it. They're not.
Yeah.
You went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. There's just no way.
That's tough.
Yeah. I was just about to say, first to the run game. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Jones has not been healthy at all, and A.J. Dillon has massively regressed. He was supposed to be the bulldozer of the Packers, but he hasn't been running the ball well. And second, the other thing they have to actually do is they have to get rid of Joe Barry. Their defense, I don't hate Joe Barry. I hate their defense. How is it that you have a defense that's full of talented players? You look on paper, and their defense is loaded, or not loaded, but they have legitimately great players. But their defensive plans, their schemes, everything is god awful. So you got your run game. You got to do what J-Rob just said about offense. Love and the Packers before got to get together and figure that out. And you got to figure out your defense and fire Joe Barry.
Like if this was the Raiders bro, I'd be so cool. Give Jordan Love 2 years. Give him 3. Let him figure it out. It's not the Raiders though. Different expectations for different teams, bro.
That sucks.
And that sucks, but that's the truth of it, bro. Listen, you were stashed away for 4 years to be the heir apparent to Aaron Rodgers, who was the heir apparent of Brett Favre. So, you know, listen, we could be upset that the expectations may be too high, but hey, that's the life, bro. That is the life. It is what it is at that point. So we'll see what happens. What's good, Trent? We just talking about the Jordan Love situation.
Talking about because I'm hearing Rex Grossman. I'm hearing a whole lot of bombs.
So pretty much the way this whole conversation came up was like Early was saying that. Well, first let me ask you this: how would you grade Jordan Love so far this year? We'll give him a letter grade.
I would say just a quick thing. We got fooled by them first 2 games playing. That brother is whack. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So look. Now here's this. So Trent, this is how we got into this. I knew
Dreadlock Drewski was gonna come in here with that bullshit, man.
Trent keep it a bean though. He Trent's like you out of
about everybody but Daniel Jones.
He been keeping it a bean about Danny J though. He been keeping it a bean.
What I'm saying, like
he been keeping it a bean. So this is the thing. This is what it came up. We were saying that, you know, not that you need to get rid of Jordan Love, but we have talked about so much this year, Trent, that the season is full of the draft is full of quarterbacks. And so we were just saying, like, the conversation of drafting quarterback, bro, you can get Sam Hartman in the second round, bro. You know what I'm saying? You low-key could get somebody, you might be able to get, depending on Michael Penix's health evaluations for the draft, you might be able to get him in the second round. So what we're saying is, like, you know, you might have to consider getting a quarterback to add to your roster. And Early is like, why would you not give him more time to figure it out? And all I'm saying is, bro has had 4 years, and obviously I understand he was sitting behind somebody, but
I was just about to say that because I mean I was never high on Jordan Love because coming out of Utah State he was like mid to me, but I'm like, bro, you sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 4 years, and it's almost year 5 for him, bro. Like
he'll be going into year 5.
Exactly, bro. Like I can't really get down with that, bro.
And I'm like, I can't. And the thing is, and the reason why we opened up a can of worms because he's talking about giving a quarterback going into year 5 more grace and more of a chance, which I'm cool with because it's his first year of really being a starter. But you want your first year quarterback in your own organization out the door tomorrow.
Yeah, stay consistent. Not Early. It's
not inconsistent.
That's inconsistent.
You're just biased.
Then y'all take the nigga then, dog.
He just doesn't like Bryce Young.
That's how you know you mad. Somebody else take him there.
He doesn't like Bryce Young.
Who doesn't? You the only person probably up here who don't believe in Bryce.
Yeah, you are the only person who don't believe in Bryce.
You know what? The Carolina Panthers. Hey, Trent, if your father, he's special teams, right? You know one thing I know, y'all. We always train with each other. We stay swapping players. The Panthers and the Giants. We always trip. Hey, that nigga, dog.
Would you rather have Daniel Jones? Would you rather have Daniel Jones?
Whoa, no. Let's relax. Oh no.
So why are you talking about?
Would you rather have Tommy DeVito? Would you rather have Tommy DeVito?
No.
He don't even know who that is.
Who Tommy DeVito?
The third
Tyrod.
string quarterback.
Exactly.
I don't know who that is.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
though,
it's kind of
bro.
cooked.
I don't
I
understand you
take
guys.
Tyrod though. Shit.
I don't understand how you taking a
If we're gonna do a
35-year-old.
stopgap year anyway. I take Tyrod. We suck anyway.
So you'll
I'll
take a
Tyrod.
30. So you'll take a 35-year-old back of overall number 1 overall pick.
Listen, dog. I watched Andy
Right.
Dalton come in and run it up. Like, I
That's
don't care what
one
nobody say. I
game.
watched him come-
That was
I
one
watched
game,
Johnson
gang.
and Adam Thielen was washed. He come in there.
I didn't say Adam Thielen was
Adam Thielen was balling when Bryce was playing with him.
Yeah, Adam Thielen.
I ain't gonna
still
lie,
been
bro.
balling,
I ain't gonna lie. Would you rather have Zach Wilson? Would you rather have Zach Wilson or Bryce Young?
Ooh, they about the same player. One just white.
Yo, he's wild.
I think. Listen,
He's wilding, y'all.
who's
He's wilding,
talent?
y'all. He's
Zach
wilding, y'all.
Wilson. Because Zach Wilson got more tools. Got more tools.
Man,
Tools.
he hates.
Nah.
He hates.
He
Bryce.
only got a nice right arm, bro. He don't have a lot of
Yo,
tools.
hold
bro.
on, wait. But time out though, J-Rob, just to go back to it real quick. I just want to. Why was y'all talking about the Bears though? I kept hearing like Justin.
So we were talking about how would you fix the franchises, because obviously the Bears have been an absolute garbage show for how many years. I want to use a different word, but we can't language. And so we talked about the Packers. How would you fix the Packers or the Bears? So whatever team you decide, how would you fix? But ironically enough, all the Packers fans in the chat right now, they're going through something. Packers fans in the chat right now are going through something because we finally talking about their squad and how mid
Another
they've been
thing,
this year.
Fields. Give me Fields over Bryce Young any day. Any day. And I'm not
Bro,
going back
but
and forth
you
with
don't make. You know
And
why I
I'm
don't
not
make.
going back and forth.
Yo, I don't feel like violating.
Please give me
Nah.
Fields.
You gotta stop.
Real
give me Fields.
quick. I do want to
Any
ask
day with the
everybody.
legs.
I do want to ask everybody here before we start wrapping it up.
Mhm.
This week, there's a lot of good games. I looked through it. I'm like, bro, there is some fire games this week.
Facts.
I'm curious. Which game do you all think is going to be the best game? Here's the selection. Here's the selections. We got Dolphins versus Chiefs. We got Seahawks versus Ravens. We got Cowboys versus Eagles, and we got Bills versus Bengals.
You know why I'm going straight for the Cowboys-Eagles game? Because if the Cowboys find out and win that game, all that talk me and J-Rob was talking about is really about to come back to fruition.
Really about to come. Yeah, the conversation about. Yeah, I might have. Early. I might be back on the Dallas Cowboys.
But if
wave,
it don't,
bro.
if they don't,
I'm not on
if
a
they get
Dak wave.
whooped,
I'm
though,
not on a Dak wave. I'm not on a Dak wave. I'm not
Come
on
on,
a
Cowboys.
Dak wave. I'm on the Cowboys wave. So I want to make sure everybody knows that.
Will they become the team to beat? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, they always be saying they're on the same tier though.
But it would not be
Okay.
crazy to
But
put
what
them on the
happens,
same
Trent?
tier.
But what
though.
happens if they get whooped?
They get what?
Then they back in tier 2 still. They back in tier
Yeah,
2.
they stay at tier 2. They stay there.
They stay in tier 2. They can only go up. They can only go up. If they lose, they don't go
Me,
up.
I think Eagles. I think like we're talking about NFC. I think the Eagles are the only team in the. I think they in the tier right now, bro. The 49ers,
Me too.
The 49ers haven't won in a month.
Once they get Trent Williams and Debo back, they'll be fine.
I hope.
I hope so, gang.
I
really hope for y'all's sake.
I hope
for y'all's
Brock.
sake.
Look, Riddell. I hope Brock Purdy Linsanity run is not over yet, but I don't know. It might be over. I don't know.
It could be.
Nah,
Well, Brock
see,
Purdy's
could
been
be.
playing, but like Brock Purdy's been playing awful. But I looked at some of that tape from like last game. The left side of the defensive line was collapsing a lot, like a lot. It was also the left guard.
I don't want to hear that.
If I start saying that for Mr. Old Herbert,
Yeah,
that's gonna be
because I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of.
Brock Purdy's not in Herbert's tier. He should
There's
be.
not a lot of. There's not a
Yeah,
lot of O-lines
like
really
I
doing
said,
great
Brock
things.
Purdy
So I'm
did
not
play
on it.
bad, but that left side of the offensive line,
He hasn't played
was
bad.
suspect.
No, he
He
has.
played
No,
bad.
no, I said he was playing bad. He was playing
I'm about to
bad.
say. I
No,
don't know
he
what's
played
good to
bad,
you
but that left side of the offensive line.
Who the Bengals played?
I'll probably say
Bengals
my
the Bills,
game.
yeah.
My game is that Bills Bengals game. I like the Raiders and the Seahawks, but Lamar is 17-1 against the NFC. So
Yeah, wait, hold on, J-Rob. You know who
Lamar don't lose to the NFC, bro.
Yo, you know who that one loss against?
Giants,
The Big Blue.
the
Oh,
big
yeah.
blue, the big blue,
Yeah, we here,
the big
bro.
blue, the big blue.
No, the Seahawks are a pretty good matchup against the Ravens.
Miami versus Kansas City, though. Let me see if Tua got some juice.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro.
Let me see. Let me
They
see
lose
it,
another
Tua.
game, J-Rob. That Dolphins.
I'm gonna say though, this is
They
a
lose
big
to
game.
another top
The
team,
narrative is getting white. It's gonna get higher, Trent. That narrative.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm ready for the. Now I'm ready for the Bengals. The Bengals have. The Bengals have. The Miami Dolphins have to show that they're one of them teams, bro. They have not beat a team that's in their tier, bro.
This is a tough matchup. This is a tough matchup against.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bro.
No, I'm just saying the Chiefs
doesn't matter.
have
Facts, it don't matter.
bro. Their DB, their secondary, one of the best in the NFL. So it's Tyreek Hill if he wants to cook. Hey man, we'll see, bro.
But if it's like a
He wants
really
to
high
defend.
scoring game and both Patrick and Tua look good, like it's like a 30-40 game, something like that. Like
I just can't really remember multiple games of Tua playing good versus a good defense. I can't remember.
I can't either.
I can't either off the top of my head, but I'm saying if
And
he
Jalen Ramsey
puts up
back,
like 4 or 5 touchdowns,
Such a
and
hater.
Mahomes just happens to put up 6.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I need Tua to go out there and do his thing, man, because my problem is just I like the team. I like all they the cutest team in football. I give them that. They the prettiest team. They the baddie. They the baddie of the
Relax, J-Rob.
But are they not though? They are the
You've been
cutest
big
team.
freaky lately, man. Relax.
Bro, they got the OnlyFans of the NFL. They got the high power offense.
Tyreek Hill
the
did
nice
say after he's done
uniforms.
with the NFL, he would be a, you know what I'm saying, star.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that. But my thing is early. I'm with Ox, man. I'm get shit done over vanity, man, and that's what we need to see, bro. So, and TJ, I'm gonna be streaming again soon. Don't worry, I'm streaming this weekend for sure. But with that being said, y'all, any words on the way out? Chat, we appreciate y'all for rocking. To those losers in the chat that want attention, keep coming every week. We need the views.
If the Bills keep losing, this is Stephon Diggs last year with them. Like if they get whooped this weekend,
I ain't gonna lie, Trent. I kind of see that happening, bro.
I can see that.
Kind of see it
If they get bounced early in the playoffs,
I know.
And you know where he needs to go? If Stephon Diggs wants out,
he wants to. I know where he want to go.
Kansas City.
Baltimore.
no, he's gonna.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Definitely
he's
wants
going to
to go.
Dallas.
Baltimore. Send
Yeah,
that.
he's
Send
gonna go
him to
Dallas.
Definitely
Baltimore.
wants to come back home.
Send him to Baltimore. Stupid. Send him to Baltimore, man.
No, he'd be
But
great.
with that